Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Saturday, January 7th, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is showing up is growing up. And that is hand in hand, tandem with a quote. I think it's from Dr. Wayne Dyer, but I don't actually know. It's just in my head from somewhere. And it's basically, I hope never to be a grown-up. I always want to be a growing up. So don't worry. I'm not telling you to throw away your inner child. I'm just telling you showing up is growing up and to stay in that place of that innocence, of the Fool, like the Fool card, of always being a growing up, always being willing to show up, to grow into experiences. And I gotta say, speaking of not growing up, I just realized my Grinch slippers are right there. So I am not a grown-up, I am a growing up. So today we are going to be still working with the sun connected to Pluto energy at 17 degrees. The sun is actually at 17 degrees all day, most of the day, through a large portion of the day, because it met right at the beginning of 17 degrees. So it met last night and we're still going to be working with it. However, it's like coming down the mountain. Moving up to it is the peak, and now we've hit it and now we're coming down, which means you still have to be vigilant. You still, look out, stay on the path. Don't tumble over rocks or lizards that happen to run across your path, because I live in California and that happens. But you're paying attention, but it's not like that trek uphill where you're like, can I get to the top? We've gotten to the top. So we're still working with this energy. We're still showing up in this energy, and we're still moving through this transformation. And what I believe this transformation is a release of this conditioning energy. Letting go of these old structures that we put into place that no longer fit into who we are growing up into, how we are showing up. So this is a release of that. This is a transformation moment of that, so that we can move into 2017 with who we are in the now. Now, helping us in the now is the moon in Taurus, which gets us really realistic, connected to the earth, connected to our physical needs. It also connects us to like the sensual nature of things. And between the sun in Capricorn and then the moon in Taurus, which they're going to come and connect a little bit later on, this is a good day to get grounded. This is a really great day to connect to the earth. And I realize that there are big snowstorms and rainstorms and all kinds of crazy weather everywhere. So it may not be necessarily through going outside, but you can sit in your house and imagine yourself connecting to the earth, getting beyond the illusion that you're disconnected, but really connecting in and feeling her supporting you and holding you, recognizing that as the mother energy, because I think that's going to help you in this growing up process. It's going to help you in setting this new structure and releasing that old conditioning energy. So the moon in Taurus is making some helpful, easy connections through the day. It's connecting with Neptune, so that inspires that imagination. So when you're connecting to Mother Earth, like really imagining her holding you and letting that energy support you, support your worth, support your value, and support you in stepping forward, because the moon in Taurus also connects us to our talents. And we all have hidden talents that as we are growing up, we get to bring forward within ourselves. The moon is then going to connect with Mars. Mars is also in Pisces energy. And between this and the sun and the moon connecting at 18 degrees, I feel like there's a level of passion, a level of fire that's wanting to come up and be seized as part of this talent. And so when you get into this place where you're like, yeah, I'm growing up, what wants to come forward? What's exciting me? What's moving me right now? You may be able to find this latent or hidden talent, or maybe it's not so hidden. Maybe it's just a thing that you haven't been brave enough to take a step in. And so today you get to, shift out of this conditioning, getting beyond that illusion that you can't, and move into this energy. So I have written here with this energy, what have you learned about honoring your passion? Hopefully with this lessons and with Mercury retrograde, one more day, it's moving direct on Sunday. It's moving direct at like 1:43 a.m. Sunday morning. So it's preparing this direct energy. What have you learned about honoring your passion? What have you learned about your fire? What have you learned about taking aim into the fire, into your desire, into your passion, because that's going to be one of the major themes as we finish up this retrograde. And that's going to be a major theme as we move forward with a new structure, releasing this old conditioning, letting ourselves be the lion. Roar, lion of the heart, and tear me open. Are you tired of me saying that? That's one of my favorite roomies, and it's always going to come out because it's so appropriate for us as humans, letting us be eagles instead of chickens. So this is the energy today, really working with what we've been moving through this week, but keep coming back into the fire, into the passion, and let that show you how to show up and be a growing up. One last thing, the moon is going to connect to Pluto as well in this energy. It's going to trine, but there is this Plutonic awareness of transformation. I want to remind you that Pluto does not pull any rug out from underneath you, if that does seem to happen, or do any destruction for no cause. It is always to push you into your empowerment. Pluto is about empowerment by making you recognize all sides of things. So if that has happened, look at it. How is this empowering you? Because it can help you get fired up in an appropriate fashion. I've also got the going with the flow card. And so with all this Pisces energy, we are still working with this energy. And between the moon and Taurus and the Pisces energy and just going through this transformation with Pluto, you may feel quiet and sleepy. Take it easy. Be easy on yourself. Sometimes you need to let your fires, burn and come up within you and be quiet and sleepy. And, it's the weekend, so it's a good time for doing that. Now, I've got some great cards to go along with this from the archetypes. I've got Bully and I've got the Child Orphan. The Bully, this is the shooter. This is the Shadow King within you. This is the part of yourself that doesn't want to let go of this old conditioning because it's what you've always known. So the Bully, the light attributes, highlights the tendency to intimidate others or helps you confront the inner fears that bully you, those parts of yourself that intimidate you into staying stuck, into staying outside of your fire. The Shadow attribute conceals the deep fears between verbal or physical abuse. Pluto does attune us to our root chakra, and this orphan child energy really gets into this as well. The orphan child is light attributes. Independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering the fear of surviving, that root chakra, that survival energy. The shadow attributes, feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. Remember, showing up is growing up. How are you showing up for yourself? How are you showing up in this root chakra energy? How are you showing up for your needs? How are you showing up for you to move forward in your fire, in your passion at this time? This is where the astro is pushing us, and it is within your wheelhouse and within your ability to show up and be a growing up for yourself. I really like that. Okay, so that is it for today. Few more days on my sale. I'll keep it going till like Tuesday next week with Mercury Direct. So if you want to work with me in 2017 with these discounted prices, this is the time to buy. It's $180 for 6 readings. It's $300 for 12 readings. These are 30-minute readings. At least I sometimes go longer with the people who show up every month because you honor me by showing up and being a growing up. Okay, so you can email me if you have questions or find that at Gaia Blooming. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.